Nice. So today, like our topic is ChatGPT, which is very much important in the cybersecurity industry. So like we have only few participants right now, like 7 to 8 participants are there. So I request if you can share, if you can turn on your camera, then it will be a two-way interaction session. Then it will be easier for me, to deliver what I'm trying to deliver into this session. This session is very much important, like as you are growing your career in cybersecurity. So it's really important to understand like what is the capabilities of chat gpt and how you can utilize this particular software in your real in your day-to-day working lifestyle. Okay, so if you are into the cybersecurity, it's really very much important to know about chat gpt. It basically, there are many questions that comes under like that comes into your mind when you talk about chat gpt ai model. Okay, like will it going to be reduce the jobs in the field of a cybersecurity, like how it will be helpful for the cybersecurity industry. So most of the talks I've already conducted previously on chat gpt and all. Okay, but in the today's scenario, trying to give you that like how we are using, like I'm into the cybersecurity field from the last 13 years. So how we are using this chat gpt to perform our cybersecurity daily work, as well as to find out resources, to find out some payloads, to in order to create our reports easily, how we are using chat gpt. So this will be a practical part, okay, I will display you, because on a daily basis we need to conduct multiple audits. So this will be very much helpful. Even today, before half an hour only, I was doing one audit, and still I'm into the audit itself only. So like we are doing the audits, and at the same time chat gpt is very much helpful for us. So I will give you a small introduction about how it will be helpful, and in the practical part we will see, like if you want to search for any resources in the cybersecurity through the chat gpt, how you can do it. And definitely it will affect the jobs of many people in the field of cybersecurity, in the field of any other field. You can say that you can take any other field, uh, where data, where you can see that information that needs to be taken from the internet. So the impact for the chat gpt is much higher on the jobs itself. But you need to see like how you can preserve your job, and how you can utilize this model to enhance your capabilities. Okay, so with this I'm going to start my session. If you have any question, you can stop me in between and you can ask your doubts. Okay, our motive with this particular session is to understand the importance of chat gpt and ai model. It's not about only chat gpt 3, but it's all about ai model, how these ai model improve our cybersecurity uh, field, and how this will be very much helpful in the field of in our field. Okay, so let me share my screen. So in the chat box you can just ping me if you have any question, and you feel free to turn on your mic and speak with me, because if you will ask your question, then I think it will be easier for you to clear all your doubts. And having these kind of industrial expert sessions, this will be help you to understand the real time scenario, how we are working in the industry. Because if we keep on studying the theoretical things and do not know about the industry, then it will be not easier for you to adopt to go into the industry and say that I am having a basic experience, 6 month experience. Because generally freshers do not face a lot of challenges while getting a jobs in the field of a cybersecurity. It's just because they do not have any practical knowledge. Okay, so with this, basically, if you have any kind of a questions in the field, which is linked with the industry, so you can ask me in the end of the session as well. Okay, so with all your permission, can I start my session? And for this confirmation, I want you to turn on your mic and then say yes. Everybody.
Yes, sir.
What about other?
Ah, yes, sir.
Perfect.
Fan fan. I mean,
So I think tea breaks are going on, but still we can have interesting session on a chat gpt. Okay, great. So first of all, like I will not take you too much into the chat gpt, because our topic is chat gpt in cybersecurity. How this chat gpt is very much helpful in cybersecurity, and how the cyber expert, ethical hacker, pen testers are using chat gpt in order to perform their daily task and security testing. And the site Tapan Kumar Jha, I am a senior pension tester. I work for multiple mnc companies for testing their platforms, ios, android, web application, network, etc. Okay, I'm having a 13 year of experience, industrial experience in the field of penetration testing, and on a daily basis I keep updating myself into the cybersecurity. So my session is on a chat gpt and how this chat gpt will be helpful for us, because like chat gpt is basically a ai trained model. Okay, that is basically used to fetch information that is stored into the database. Okay, so it's not like a normal chat bot as we are seeing into the on our customer care services. You have seen that there are many customer care services wherever you ping them, like I need to talk to someone, or I need some help. So basically a bot reply with a predefined messages, and there you need to select your options, and then it will give you the feedback. So it's a old bots that those works on a keyword especially. Okay, where you ask them for help, they will pick up the keyword, and based on that they will give you the answer. But in the ai model, it becomes more intelligent. Okay, it understand what your expectation is. Okay, based on the previous data that is already feeded into the system, based on that it generates its own algorithm, and based on that it will give you a good output as compared to the other chatbot. So it is always recommend, if the ai definitely takes comes into the market, and if these type of a chat gpt which can be helpful for the cyber security as well, not in terms of a testing but in terms of giving so much information for which we spend a lot of time on the internet, like searching for any specific payload, or if you want to start any, if you want to initiate any testing. So first of all, you need to find out the areas where you can find out the bugs. So in order to get that, you need to go on a google, you need to search for some specific website. Or let's suppose if you are looking for a security header, so you have to go on the internet, you have to search for list of all security headers that is present into the request. So this from the google itself, definitely you will spend a lot of time to search for those information. And with this chat gpt, this task will be easier. Now with one click you are able to with one question you are able to get all those information, for which previously we were taking around 3 to 4 hours to search for a specific information. As well as it also give you a it will also generate a answers for you, because when you search for anything it will give you a customized answer. And when you start using this chat gpt, like I'm also using this chat gpt while during my testing. So I've seen like there are some drawbacks are also there into the of using this chat gpt, because it sometimes gives the common answer for each and every bugs, like the impact, the recommendations, it give a common answer for each and every, it will not give you a specific answer. So when you are start using a ai model, you understand that the information that you are getting, it's a general information, it's not a specific information. When you look for a specific information, then only it will provide, otherwise it will give you a generic information. So a chat gpt is a very fantastic model that is developed, and that is running into the market in cyber security. Basically it is very much helpful, like on directly, it's in right now it's an open source, so you can directly go on the website. Okay, you just click on start chat gpt, and it will take you to the login page, and there you can just sign in by using a google account. Once you log into the account, you are into the this chat gpt, and after that you can just ask a question, and then it will give you the answer. I will just give you the live demonstration of this, and I think you have already done this practical previously, because it's a very well-known model. But then also we will perform it, and I will also let you know, like during the pen testing, during the report writing, during finding of bugs, how we use this chat gpt in finding payloads, in finding some other resources. Although although when you use chat gpt, some of the results are restricted into it. When you say like I want to hack this thing, I want to hack this thing, so chat gpt understand, because it's ai model, it understand, because it understand that the user tries to do some malicious things, trying to search for malicious information. So it will deny that also. So it means it's not only accept the information, but it is having a capability to reject your request as well. But somehow you can trick this chat gpt to get your information. So first of all, let's understand what is chat gpt. It's a what is chat gpt models. A chat gpt is a chat generative pre-trained transformer. So it means like where you interact with this with system. Let's suppose if you are right now, you are taking session with me. So it's just like a chat gpt, like you ask your question, I give you the information. Okay, this information may be a generic one, or maybe a specific. If you ask your question based on your, like if you ask me, Tapan, like you are into cyber security, you are a security researcher, so definitely you know how to hack a facebook account. This is the first question that anybody will ask you if you are into the cyber security. So I can deny this. No, I do not. I do not tell you how to hack a Facebook account. It's a kids story. Everybody is asking for hacking a Facebook account, so I can deny this also request. Okay, so same with the Chat GPT also. Chat GPT also can understand what you are trying to get from it, and it will also deny that. Okay, it will also here you can see it. The dialog format make it possible for ChatGPT to answer follow-up question. Even like there is a sequence of message that keeps exchange between you and the ChatGPT, and through that it will give you the output. Okay, um, here you can see uh, its mistake, challenges, incorrect premises, then reject inappropriate requests. So it is having a permission to reject your request as well. I will just give you the live demonstration of this. Like if you search for any malicious things from the Chat GPT, it will not give you that. But it is very much useful in cyber security, in searching many content which is not available directly available on the internet, to search for a specific configuration, to search for a specific code. If you stuck somewhere into the code, then also it is very much useful. Even when you say, like when we do security testing, so like after completing our security testing, let's suppose we find a HTML injection or maybe some cross-site scripting into some specific field. So in the recommendation, what we generally type in the recommendation, that the input that is coming from the user should be sanitized, or validation must be properly implemented. But if you will provide them a code, then it will become a next level of the recommendation. So based on the specific platform that you are, let's suppose if you are using a PHP, so what you can do, you can type PHP code for validation. So it will also provide you that. If you will search more specific, then it will also give you the specific code. So it will become easier for us to use this Chat GPT. Wait a second, let me turn on it. Wait a second, please. Yeah, sorry. So is ChatGPT the first chatbot ever? So most of you have already know about ChatGPT, but if you do not know about ChatGPT, like it work like a chatbot. So no, previously we were having multiple chatbots. Okay, on in each and every university, or in each and every customer care services, you can see chatbots are there. Even on a Facebook help desk, on Twitter, Instagram, every help desk they are using a chatbot with the help of they are having a big huge amount of a database for the questions that generally their customer is asking, and based on that they have developed one chatbot. And based on your questions, they pick up the answer, and the bot replies on your request. So it's not the first time that we are having a Chat GPT, but Chat GPT using a AI model, which is very much important. Okay, so not all chatbots are using a AI model, because in AI model we do not only pick up the keywords, but it understand what your requirement, and basically it slowly improve its system based on your questions. Sometime might be possible I'm not able to answer this question, so next time I'm trying to answer this question based on my previous feedback. So in this way, basically it will give you interactive communication between both the system, as we are having a Alexa, we are having a other devices through which with them we are able to communicate, because they are a AI based model. So when your chatbot become a AI based model, so then it become easier for you to ask your queries. Like this Chat GPT is very much useful in the process of like when we conduct any security testing. So basically we get the scope from the client, and after getting a scope, we conduct a security testing on it. So phase one testing will be conducted by us only. Okay, then after that we submit a report to the company. The company will review that report and see what all recommendation which is recommended by our team to patch those vulnerability. So basically they tell their developer to search for this specific vulnerability, and try to patch this vulnerability. So at that particular time, this Chat GPT is very much important, because they're like if developer do not know about the bugs, they do not know about cross-site scripting, SQL injection, CSRF attack. So what they will do, they will directly find out their queries into the Chat GPT, and the Chat GPT will give the exact answer. So here it's a really very much important into the cyber security. If you are going for a patching part, so during the patching part we are using Chat GPT. In the industry, in our company itself, we are using Chat GPT during the patching part to support our customer. so that they can resolve the issue, they can patch the issues as soon as possible by providing them a code, that by providing them a configuration of the servers. If some configuration needs to be done on their IS server, on their Apache server, so we provide them this functionality, and by getting the information directly from a chat GPT, and it's hardly takes seconds to get the information, to correct information, to get the configuration, just provide it to them, so it becomes easier for them. So let's do the practical part of chat GPT, how it works, and like where to log in, and how, like, I will create one report in front of you also, so that you understand, okay Tapan, like in this way you are using a chat GPT. But there are various areas where we are using. I'm just telling you this thing also. Like, first of all, to find out the possible checklist, if you are conducting a web testing, mobile app testing, network testing, or maybe some IoT testing, or any other testing if you are conducting, so basically you need a checklist. What needs to be tested, what are the areas that need to be tested, and what things to be tested. So that's two really more important things. What areas are there that need to be tested, and what things need to be tested over there. Okay, so these things you can easily get it by using a chat GPT. Another one is if you are trying to exploit any vulnerability, so you need a payload of it. So in order to find out a payload, you go on the internet, you get a lot of things are there, but those are not all are not specific. So if you want to search for that payload, then you can use chat GPT. But sometimes you will face this challenge that chat GPT will not allow you to get this information from them. Okay, if you want to find out any specific tools, sometimes like we struggle to find out the tools, especially for the source code review. So what you can do, you can search for a specific query into the chat GPT, and it will search for that information, that this tool is especially used for this language. So for finding a tools also, it is very much easier. Even for finding a possible remediation, it's a really important, because like finding a bug, it's not a big thing for a pen tester, because on a daily basis they need to pen test multiple web application and network. But finding a remediation takes longer time, because like personally, if I will talk about me, because I do pen testing on a daily basis. So for if I will test application in one day, then I will take 2 days to prepare a report, because the remediation for a specific platform, the remediations are different, the code is different, for the configuration is different. So for each and everything I need to search for it, and it takes longer time. It's a pain work. So basically I'm using a chat GPT for this. Even for creating a report also, chat GPT is very much helpful. Previously we were creating a report for it takes around 1 or 2 days, but now these days, yesterday only I've completed my one audit, and within 45 minutes I was able to complete my report with the help of a chat GPT. So in cyber security, it's just like a you can say it's a vardhan in the cyber security. And definitely like we are hiring people into the cyber security to perform our one pen testing. Let's suppose if we got an assignment for to test one application, web application and mobile application within 7 days. So might be possible the web application is big and we need two resources. So two resources will be needed, just because 2 days will be separated for the report writing, one day will be for the research and all of those work, and then the testing will be go on. During the testing, we need to find out a payload, we need to find out a tools, we need to find out some commands. So these things will be required. So if within a 7 days, if a single person can be able to perform a testing by eliminating these efforts, which you are putting to search for any specific information on the internet, so then definitely the number of days to perform one testing will also reduce. So previously we were doing one testing of one web application in 7 days. Now with the help of a chat GPT, we are able to perform a testing within 4 days or 3 days. So automatically the days are reduced. Previously we were hiring junior interns or maybe junior testers to to prepare a report, to search for a specific remediation, to search for a specific payload, to search for all possible categories, vulnerabilities that belongs to that category for which we are testing. So these for these particular repeated work, now chat GPT is a single solution. We do not need to hire anyone. We know, like I'm good into the pen testing, so basically I can search for all these information by using a chat GPT within a 1 hour only. So I do not need any other resources. So definitely the um, previously we were having a team of 50 people, those who conduct a pen testing. Out of that, 20 are junior pen testers. Now we do not need junior pen tester because chat GPT is already there. So 20 candidates, those who were trying to get into the cyber security, now they will not find a job. Okay, so only the person who is having a good technical skill definitely will be survived into the market. Those those people, those who are into the cybersecurity just for the fun, they will not get a job. So that's why on the internet also you have seen that the chat gpt will replace the jobs. Yes, definitely it will replace those jobs. Those for those candidates, those are not serious about their career, those who are not trying to put efforts into this particular field. So if you are not putting your efforts into the cybersecurity, definitely chat gpt will be the will replace your position. But if you are having a good technical skills, if you are good if you are having a good intention to work into the cyber security with a lot of efforts, then ChatGPT will not replace you. And like in the practical part, just after this slide only, I will tell you that what all information it is providing. So as a technical expert, I think that ChatGPT is lacking somewhere in providing the exact information that we are looking for in the field of cyber security. Sometimes it happens. So directly I will switch it on the practical part. So sometime you know about this is a popular page of chat gpt. When you type chat gpt, or the first page, the first thing that you will get it, this page, this is an official website. I will just put this link into the chat box as well. So now, like after, here you can see a try chat gpt. When you click on it, it will ask you to directly log into the chat.openai.com. Either you can create your account, or either you can sign in by using Microsoft also. Okay, recently Microsoft has also added this chat gpt. And by using a Google account, you can log into this particular website. After you log in, I've already have an account. And sometimes you will face challenges while trying to access this chat gpt, because sometimes this the traffic is big, is higher on this particular platform, so sometimes it is not reachable. So that's why I've already opened this. Okay, so let me open a new chat. So when you log in, after doing a login, you are able to see this page. In the below you will find a type option. Okay, so in the type here in the below, you will you can type anything, whatever is your queries. So let me type in cybersecurity, let's suppose if I'm trying to do pen testing of any iOS application. So what I will do, I will just type IPA checklist. Okay, so IPA file VAPD checklist. So let's see what all information it provides. Here's a checklist for validating an IPA. It's an iOS application archive file. Verify the file format and extension. Ensure that the file is in the IPA format. Bilkul. Okay, it's right. And as a correct extension, check the bundle identifier. Verify the provisioning profile. So here you can see it start giving you the checklist that you need to follow. If you are following this particular checklist, then definitely it will give you you are able to test this IPA file, but it's not the complete one. So right now we have typed here, you can see VAPT checklist. So it's not VAPT checklist, it's for validating an IPA, like the IPA is correct or not. That's it. Here you can see this is a general checklist for validating an IPA file. Additional checks may be required depending on a specific requirement. Or what you can type, how to security IP. Secure testing on any IP address. So now here you can see it gives you good information. Information gathering, that's the first step of any of any pen testing, where you gather some information about like open ports and which server is running, which operating system is running. Okay, then second one is the port scanning, like by using an nmap tool you can scan an IP address. Okay, then use a vulnerability scanning, like let's suppose it can be a nessus tool. It's a good one. Okay, by using a nessus tool you can identify the weaknesses which is present on that particular target machine. Then if it is an application, maybe it's a web server, and if the scope included the application testing, then you can conduct that application testing, which may contain some web application weakness like cross-site scripting and SQL injection. Then you can conduct an network testing, like test the target IP address network security by attempting to exploit the known vulnerability. Let's suppose MITM attack, or maybe if that particular on that particular IP address some port are open and that ports are vulnerable, so you can identify that also. Then social engineering attempts to track user of an target IP address into revealing sensitive information or performing action that would be. So in this way, like here you can see it provides a basic generic information about this particular the process of how to perform an IPVAPT. Let's suppose if I'm preparing a report, let's suppose for a generic security headers, let me type list of all security headers. Request. If you are conducting any pen testing on any web application, so security headers plays a very important role. So by using a burp suite, you can just check which that particular request contains how many headers, and if headers are missing, so by taking a help of a chat GPT, you can identify all those headers, and you can get some more information about those headers. So here you can see. If you have any question in between, you can ask me. No issues about that. So here you can see. So all these are the security headers that is present. So what you can do, let's suppose I will just take one example of this access protection. Let's suppose access protection is not enabled. You have not found access protection header into the request header. So what you can do, you're creating a report. It's a default format. Wait a second. Not present. Or missing whatever. What you can do, you just type this, just copy this one. Now I need to find out about the description of this particular vulnerability. Description. So now like when you try to search this information on the internet, it will not give you the exact copy of it, but it generates its own responses. So that is really very much impressive. So now here you can see it you know helps you to give you everything. You do not need to worry about it. You do not need to go anywhere on the internet to search for any specific information, to visit multiple websites to get the exact information. Here you can get it. So now this is, just type it over here. Now here you can see it also provide you the three options. Support Internet Explorer, some of Google. Paste it over here. Now affected resources will be the header part. You can just specify the website name. Header. Now I think it's low. Like what type of severity of this vulnerability? It's a low vulnerability. The impact. If this access protection is not present, then what will be the impact? Not present. So this will be the impact. So you do not need to write, or you do not need to think over it, like what will be the impact of this particular vulnerability, or what will be the impact, like how this vulnerability actually exploit the web application if it is present into the application. So what you can do is just, even you can filter out the content as well. If you do not want to add those information, you can just minimize this information. Okay, this is the impact. Now you need to find out a recommendation for this. Add. So now here, this is the most important thing about chat gpt, that it provides you the configuration, it provides the code as well. So like for searching this information, like I can beg you for I can, I can tell you for this, like what you can do, you can just go on the internet, you can just start searching for like how to add this xss protection header, and search it on the google. Then you will find multiple website, and might be possible all of them will not be able to provide you this specific information at the same time. That's the important one. For all platforms it's provide. You want to segregate the codes, so you can do that. I'll just verify it once again. Something is missing, or if we have copied some. Python, css. Okay, great, sounds good. Now references, like how you are able to find out this bug. So by using a burp suite or any other software, you can get it. Let me open this one. Yes, like by using a burp suite request and response, you are able to see this. For this, if you do not know about like how to use a burp suite, so you need to check on the internet, because within a short period of time I cannot explain you that. But yeah, it's a proxy software. If you do not know about what is burp suite, so burp suite is a proxy software that we generally use to do a pen testing, to do a manual testing of any web application, mobile app, and iOS. Okay, and with the help of even API also, with the help of this, we are able to capture the request which is directly coming from the platform. It can be a browser, it can be the mobile application, and through this we are able to intercept the request, and we are able to do some modification part of it. So in order to see the security headers, we can use this software. And like this is the request. It's a https tree, what all request that is generated by my browser. So here you can see, when I click on any of the request, it gives you the request and the response part as well. And if you want to see both the information together, then what you can do, here you can see the request and the response. So if you want to add a POC of it, so what you can do, you just take a screenshot of it. Just put the screenshot over here. This is a POC. Okay, now if you look for the references, so what you can do, you can just reference or let's see if it provides or not. Sir, did bubble professional is necessary? No, it's not necessary. With the open source also you can do it. Like the community edition is also there, so that also provide you the same scenario. But the difference between professional and the community edition, in community edition you cannot run an automated scan, and it will also not give you the list of the vulnerability that is present into the web application. Manually you need to find out. So by using a professional edition you can do that. Brother, what happened? So it just copy this one. This is sufficient, I think so. What else you required? My one bug is completed. Are you able to see this? This is how it looks after doing a VAPT by using a chat GPT. Are you able to see this? Yes or no? Can you please turn your mic and say yes or no? Great. So this is how we are using this chat GPT into the cybersecurity industry, and it is really very much helpful and important for us to, you know, waste we do not need to waste our time on searching information on the internet. But yes, we are getting a specific information and to the point information directly by using a chat GPT. Then why don't we use it? So that's why in cybersecurity, chat GPT is very much important. And if this model will be free for next 1 or 2 year, then definitely it is going to reduce the jobs for those who are into the cybersecurity without any reason. And if they are not putting any efforts into it, then definitely it will become a challenge for those students. Now you can ask your questions. Whatever question you are having, please either you can turn on your mic and you can ask your question, or either you can just type it in the chat box. Any question, guys? So like what kind of a technical skills we need to overcome this chat GPT? So you cannot overcome this chat GPT because AI is an advanced one. Okay, although somewhere you definitely lack in terms of efficiency, because the softwares or machines can run over a time again and again, but your efficiency cannot be the same as the chat GPT is having. As well as the database, uh, what I can say that um, the power of remembering the things is much more in the AI, because they have an inbuilt database. You just only need to search in it. But if I will ask you one question, and if you forget the answer of that particular question, then it's not easier for you to remember that answer. So we are not able to we are not able to overcome this chat GPT. But yes, we can make use of this chat GPT if you are skilled. If you are skilled enough, if you keep doing up, no sir, to get a job. Okay, that's an I'm not getting your question. Can you please explain a little bit more? Can you please elaborate your question, because I'm not able to understand like what you are trying to say.
Yes, sir. That previously you said that if you want to get job, you should be good enough in some technical skills, right?
Yes.
So I just want to know that what technical skills will make
Okay.
to get job.
So basically, to get a job in terms of in the field of a cyber security, you need to have a good manual pen testing knowledge, because automated can be taken care by the AI itself only. As you are seeing automated tools, like we are having, like Nessus is there. Okay, then some other tools are also Zap Proxy is there, NetSparker is there. So these tools are the automated tools where they have an inbuilt database. Okay, the payload of each and every attack, you just need to specify the URL with the credential, username and password. Automatically it will log into the application, it will scan the pages, it will find out the parameters, it will insert the payload, it will try with the response, it will try to find out which bugs is there, which bugs is present into the application. So this is already there. Okay, but if the AI is added into it, then definitely it become problematic for those who are dependent on a software based testing. But if you majorly focus on a manual based testing, like by using a burp suit, manual intercepting the request, developing your own concept, developing your own strategy to find out a bug. Like as you grow into the field of cybersecurity, you understand that the following a checklist is not a big deal. But developing your own concept, if application user and the login page, so definitely my brain start thinking that on a login page a brute force can be possible, username enumeration can be possible, authentication bypass can be possible, or maybe I can try to brute force the I can try to um make use of a recovery password. Okay, try to find out some bugs on a forget password. So these things can be possible. Yes, Dinesh, AI can't guarantee the security of a system. Yeah, definitely, because like, do you know about zero day vulnerability, Darshan? Darshan, do you know about zero day vulnerability?
Yes, sir. I've read somewhere about it.
Yes, so zero day vulnerability is like somewhere, like if something is not on the internet, so the very first time when you hunt any bug which is not present on the internet, so that becomes a zero day bug. So zero day bug can be found by the manual people only. A software cannot find out. I know that it will take longer time. Out of bug 4003 error. So it takes a practical efforts. Okay, so within the class I cannot discuss this because it takes a longer time to discuss about 403, like how to bypass this particular page by adding the header into the, like, there are few different things that you can do it by using by adding a header into the request. Okay, as a local host, then through that also you can try to do it. Okay, but some resources, yeah, some resources, yeah, sure, I will give you that, no issues about that. So like if you are trying to like some things are already there, but if you majorly focus on a manual testing, then it gives you a lot of output. Because on manual testing, where the first bug that is found by the any person, so on a zero day vulnerability, you need to first of all you need to think for that particular system. You need to identify what kind of information that the system is revealing, and out of that, the previous experience that you are having, based on that only you are able to find out any exploit into it. Because in ethical hacking, basically we need to analyze the application, we need to analyze the system. Based on that only we need to find out a bug. So yes, it is possible, but if you majorly focus on a manual testing, then definitely nobody is going to replace you, and your skill will become much stronger. So a manual testing skill required. And for doing a manual testing, we have like metaexploit, like by using a metaexploit, how you can exploit any vulnerability that is present on any ports and protocol. By using a burp suit, how you can exploit any vulnerability, and how you can do some modification in the parameters, inserting a payloads, try to get the analyze the application request and response based on that what information you are getting. So these comes under manual testing, and where you analyze the request, and out of that you try to find out some pattern, and try to implement, try to get some PII information. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Vikas, do you have any question? Vikas? No. Okay, great. Chandru, do you have any question? Very good. Vigesh, do you have any question? Vigesh? Okay, I think you do not have any questions. Please let me know if you have any question. Otherwise, we will end the session. Listen, I will provide you resources for that. Okay. Have you gone through with this document? I'm just sharing it. This is a good one. With the help of that, you can do it. You're welcome, Darshan. So I think we are good for today, and I hope that you have understood like how you can make use of a chat GPT into the field of a cyber security, and how this chat GPT is helping us to perform our daily tasks that we are doing in a security testing. Thank you everyone for joining the session.